Hey guys, so my beliefs and the deepest truth is we are in actually a new age of awakening here, 2000 years after Jesus, specifically with the explosion of the internet, which is changing the game for people's trauma, Facebook and connections and making money online and all these amazing things. People are connecting, social media's changed my life, it's advanced things very quickly, and the main thing that social media is doing that is the most powerful thing, it's now currently the second coming of Jesus, because Jesus existed 2000 years ago and he was one of the few exclusive people that went all the way into Christ consciousness, probably not the only at that time, but the whole point was God created it 2000 years later so that the Bible and the mysticism and the Gnosticism could come out. And the real truth is we are living in the most dangerous times for the evil, and in this new awakening there is now currently more people. This is the second coming of Jesus. There is more people, ordinary people, and that's the whole point. There is more ordinary people currently residing in full surrender and Christ consciousness than there has ever been on this planet. And it's not your new age guru that sleeps with loads of girls. It's not your new age guru that's delusional, narcissistic and has a complex. It's not the new age mostly in Koh Phangan or in Bali. It's ordinary people. And there's thousands, tens of thousands I reckoned, 100,000 I'm not sure. I'm not sure on numbers, but I know from my obsession with Christ consciousness, I know from small people on YouTube that I see, that I never forget, that are now fully surrendered to Christ consciousness and now sharing their journey and what they learned about how it feels to be in Christ consciousness, how it feels to be one with God. Jesus said, I am the Father of one, because he'd surrendered and connected into the matrix and God. And this is the most exciting time, because currently, like I said, there's thousands, if not tens of thousands of people all around the world. This is the thing with Christ consciousness. You don't have a spiritual label. You can be just an ordinary person in a shop in Bolivia. You can be an ordinary worker in Germany. The whole point of Christ consciousness is you dissolve your ego so much that you become equal to all. So many of them don't want to stand out. They want to share their journey, but all in Christ consciousness currently do not like Eckhart Tolle. Some are chosen for this. In fact, if you come with a lot of spiritual ego and a lot of baggage, then it's going to take a longer journey to go into Christ consciousness. My mission is hopefully to go into Christ consciousness. I look at the synchronicities in my life and all these things, but I'm not delusional. I've got to walk before I run, heal my repressed anger and all these things. But when someone like me goes into it, we become a great teacher, just as Eckhart Tolle is a great teacher. And like I said, there's tens of thousands of people in Christ consciousness now. It doesn't mean that they don't change the world just because they don't teach it necessarily. They teach it by being that person that you can see and feel when you interact with them on the streets, or your friend or your family, or just interact with them. You can feel there's unconditional love there. And that is the Great Awakening. There is now people in unconditional love, tens of thousands around the world. And in the next, I'll make a prediction, the next 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, there's going to be a proliferation of people in Christ consciousness, but more specifically, of people that teach it specifically from the New Age, because we are living in the New Age. And the ones that are going to take longer to go into Christ consciousness than this incarnation, maybe me, but I'm speaking generally too, because they've got spiritual ego to undo and dissolve, not knowing things, but unknowing things, unlearning, dissolving. So that's going to be the most exciting time to come. There's going to be many awesome Eckhart Tolle teachers of Christ consciousness, because I want to add, there is many ways to go into Christ consciousness to surrender your ego. There's as many ways as there is personalities out there. Your way is unique to you. There's a Western way, there's an Eastern way, there's a who am I way, there's truly a devotion to Jesus Christian way, a devotion to a deity way. They're all unique to you. Some long, some quick. Who cares? We're living in the most exciting times, and right now, many are walking in Christ consciousness in pure unconditional love. That's what Jesus meant. That's exactly what he meant, in a state of complete non-judgment, surrender to the eternal present moment. I wish that for all here. You're all on your journeys, you're all raising your vibes, and it's all cool. Peace.